Ah, a Fluttershy episode. I've been waiting for another one of these, and it doesn't disappoint. Wonderful plot, wonderful singing, and my favourite pony finally getting the spotlight she deserves. What could be better? This might be one of my favourites so far because it shows us a side to Fluttershy that I've always suspected was there, but was hidden due to her anxiety, and her ability to sing. In fact, I'm fairly certain this episode starts with her first solo song, and it was amazing. The rest of the main six seem to agree, and Rarity tries to get her to join her singing group for the fundraiser they're doing the next day, one that Flutters herself is organising. Of course, Pinkie has to ruin it, just exacerbating Flutter's fears. Hit her some more for me, Rarity. After that performance, Fluttershy declines, citing a terrible case of stage fright, which of course Pinkie freaks out, and Twilight has to explain it. Wait, did she just fly there? The animators remembered Twilight's wings. Well, hot diggity, this bodes well for the episode so far. Something I really like about this scene is how they don't push the subject, and don't force Fluttershy into doing something she doesn't want. It's a nice gesture, and shows that they really understand her and her issues with crowds. And then, it happens. Big Mac sings. Big Mac, the pony that seems to have a dictionary about 3 words long, talks. Maybe it's because Granny Smith isn't around to ensure he keeps his big mouth shut. Either way, it's a nice little thing for the character, and I assume for the voice actor, who I assume they just keep locked in a broom cupboard. As they sing, the camera pans out to Fluttershy on the bridge, humming along and moving to the beat. It's actually a little hypno. Yes, mistress, I will pet all the baby bunny... Sorry about that, I don't know what happened. With the plot's conflict, her desire to be with singing with the pony tones established, we move on to the next day, where it's revealed tragedy is struck. Likely due to atrophy, Big Macintosh has lost his voice during a turkey call competition, and losing to Pinkie. Why do I get the feeling that Pinkie planned this? She looked sufficiently evil in the flashback, after all. It's then that a stroke of continuity strikes Fluttershy, and she remembers that Zecora exists. Our favourite forgotten zebra lets them know she can't fix his voice in time, but then her old friend Continuity shows up again, this time smacking Zecora with the remembrance stick. She suggests using Poison Joke to bring about the second coming of Flutterguy. So that's 2 examples this shows remembering its previous episodes. And it happened in a Fluttershy episode. Now, I'm not going to say it's related, but... Oh, right. Fluttershy still has stage fright, however, and can't appear on stage. Of course, while under the influence of Poison Joke, I get the feeling she'd be even more embarrassing. So Rarity comes up with a cunning plan, one used by performers all around the world. Fluttershy stings backstage, and Big Mac lip syncs. It's foolproof. When the big night arrives, we get a nice little pan around to see all the ponies with their pets. Golden Delicious and her cats, 3rd continuity example by the way, Bon Bon and a seal. Wait a minute. Does Rainbow know that Filli is borrowing Tank? Look out, Dashi, or you may need to go looking for another pet. Then the Ponytones come on stage, and Flutterguy starts them off. And Flutters gets really into it, dancing behind stage and wearing the biggest smile. It shows that she loves singing, and really the only thing stopping her is her own mental blocks on being in public. Oh, and we get a small nod to Hearts and Hooves Day, as Charlie swoons in the audience, then gives a sly look to Big Mac. Shippers, start your engines. I know the CMC are well ahead of you. It's really nice how they tie in all these little things from past episodes, and it really makes the world of the show feel bigger. And it even kicked off this whole story to begin with. If they'd forgotten Poison Joke existed, we'd never have seen the second coming of Flutterguy. Of course, the concert goes off without a hitch, and the Ponytones are approached by this gloriously bearded pony and his daughter, who's absolutely tiny, has a cutie mark, and can fly. Nobody tells Scootaloo. He wants Rarity and the Ponytones to perform at his daughter's quinceañera the next day, but at first Rarity turns him down, but then Flutterguy to the rescue, saying she'll help them again, though I highly doubt she offered for ponetarian reasons. Flutters has tasted that fame now, and nothing is going to stop her, and I'm fine with that. Anything for some character growth. After that performance, they're approached by the mayor, who wants them to sing at a ribbon cutting the next day. Of course, Rarity declines once more, but Ceiling Shy has other plans. Ceiling Shy demands you sing for her amusement. It's obvious that some of that bat magic's still floating around, and it's adorable as anything. Seriously, can I get a vector of this? I need it because of reasons. And so begins the rise of the Ponytones, as they perform concerts all over Ponyville, and Fluttershy seems to be having the time of her life. Too much so, it would seem, as Big Mac seems to have trouble meeting her pacing. Then, the worst possible thing happens. Big Mac gets his voice back, but Flutters convinces Rarity to give her one more performance, to which she agrees after a great deal of puppy dog eyes. Flutters, are you using the stare on your friends again? Because that's a violation of... No, mistress, I saw nothing. Carry on with your day. Ugh. Why does that keep happening? This time, of course, she gets so into it that Big Mac can't keep up at all, and accidentally reveals herself. This of course gives her a panic attack, even though everyone is cheering her on, and she bails. This leaves Big Mac to explain why he wasn't singing, and proves that AJ is Equestria's greatest detective, figuring out the story in 0 seconds flat. Move over, Sherlock Holmes, we found a pony to do your job. When they finally catch up to her, she's already cured herself, and before anyone can say anything more, Spider Pinky makes an appearance, once again freaking the poor Pegasus out. Thanks, Pinky, you're really helping. Thanks for making Best Pony cry, second best pony. Flutters then bails again, taking off out of her house with speed that put Rainbow Dash to shame, leaving everyone to chase after her with compliments. And Pinky ruins it again, making Fluttershy swear to stop singing. As always with Fluttershy episodes, this is an amazing example of stage fright in television. Even though everyone's cheering her on and complimenting her performance, all she's hearing is the negative exemplified by Pinky. Anyone who's ever felt scared to perform can relate to this, and when it's finally laid out for her, Fluttershy realizes she doesn't have anything to fear, and finally performs on stage, in front of her friends, and some animals. It's not Carnegie Hall, but it's a start. Baby steps, I suppose. In the end, this episode is beautiful. The story is brilliant and believable, it ties into previous plot points, we get to see Big Mac say more than just yup, and we get to see behind the veil of Fluttershy's shyness, and see the singer hiding underneath that pink mane. After simple ways, this is just what I needed, a delicious case of Fluttershy to wash down that sour rarihick. In fact, I think this episode had the largest number of continuity nods I can remember, making it even better. I've wanted to see Zecora again for a while, but like Big Mac, she's kept locked in the broom closet, meaning her appearances are always special. This just eked out Pinky Pride for the best episode of the season in my opinion, and I'm glad. Fluttershy has been my favourite since I started watching this show, and with all the backgrounding she's had to deal with recently, she deserves a stellar episode. The writers have said that writing Fluttershy is difficult, and as a writer myself, I'd have to agree. Fluttershy never seeks out conflict and rarely gets angry, which means that her getting involved in something means hitting her rage button or trying to figure out a way for the conflict to come to her. But here is the perfect conflict for Fluttershy. She hates being shy, and yet she lives with it. Shyness is a mental thing, and someone as empathetic as Fluttershy would have massive trouble with it. Bring her conflicts and make her want to step outside of her comfort zone, and we can see her try and deal with the problems one by one. You can't cure shyness all in one go, but you can slowly chip away at it, and as the character slowly opens up, you finally get to see them for who they are. Seeing Fluttershy as having fun singing was the highlight of the episode, and I can see that deep down she really wanted to be up on the stage, but stopped by her own mental walls, having to live vicariously through Big Mac, pushing him around on the stage to face all those people close up. I really hope that at some point we get to see Fluttershy really come out of her shell. She's been doing so slowly over the seasons, after all. In the first episode, she could barely talk to any pony, and now she's organizing fundraisers and offering to help a band? Not to mention, she made the Ponytones perform at all those rather silly concerts. Fluttershy has gone a lot more assertive as time's gone on, and I approve. I love seeing shy characters come out of their shells. What did you think of the episode? Am I terribly biased because of who starred in it? As always, I'm Nozovix, and we've been staring at Filli Vanilli and nothing else. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you around. Oh, wait, one more thing before I go. Did anyone else notice the large amounts of Flutterbutt in this episode? Not that I'm complaining, of course, but... Yes, mistress. I'll upload the video right now. In your glory.